Hi guys, looks like Suzuki wants a piece of the pie in the crossover market. Right here we have Suzuki's brand new offering, and this is the Suzuki Fronx. And right from the get-go you can tell that this car takes inspiration from its elder brother, the Grand Vitara, from this separation of the LED daytime running lights and the headlights over there. At first I didn't like this design language, but it has kind of grown on me. I like the look of the Fronx in front, man. I feel like it looks better than the Grand Vitara. Up front we do have our 360 camera over there in this GLX model right here. And then coming along to the side, we do have our two-tone alloy 16-inch alloy rims, which I feel like, they're nice. In the GL model you get the blacked out ones, which is also really nice. And then coming along to the side as well, we also, what I like so much is that it also has another camera over here, like the features in this car, it's just amazing. And on the side we have our roof racks, not sure if they can really carry much, but I like this this finishing over here. In the GLX model it's silver, in the GL model it's black, so I like that about the car. And then keyless entry for the GLX model. Overall I really like the side profile. You can tell that it has this sloping roof lining, which is really nice. It helps appeal to, it makes the car look more nicer. And then coming along to the rear, personally the rear is my favorite. The rear is just my favorite. If you're going to make a car in 2024, then make a car with a light bar. Come on guys, come on, this light bar is really nice. Overall I like the design as well from the back. This light bar helps tie everything up together properly. Nothing doesn't feel out of place. We do have our parking sensors right there and yet another camera right here. And the GL model you also do get a reverse camera, and the definition is actually really good. Boot space is really amazing. It's a bit of a deep boot, so excuse my jacket right there, but yeah man, I like the boot. And I feel like that's about it from the back. Let's jump into the inside and let's talk more about what this car has to offer. So you guys join me inside the interior of the Suzuki Fronx, and from the get-go this is a nice interior to be in. You can tell that Suzuki played with the colors a bit. At first I wasn't sure about these colors. We have our burgundy here, our rose gold, and then some silver insertings here. At first I wasn't sure of them, but it makes the car look a bit nice. You can tell that more it's okay. They don't make it look bland. Like it's not a boring interior. It's a little fun interior. And then we also do have it here on our seats, like the burgundy insertings. Is it burgundy or brown or red? I don't know. So overall I like this car. And then one thing I have to commend Suzuki for is their steering wheels. I love Suzuki steering wheels. So this one has a leather wrap steering wheel with a bit of some black inserts, with piano black inserts over here. And we do have our multi-function steering wheel with volume controls on the left, cruise controls, and then your hang up buttons, your call buttons over here. So overall it's a very functional interior. Up front we have our analog dials with a semi-screen that you can use to check things such as your fuel consumption, your power, your torque, things like that. It's a nice little screen. I like that they thought about that, So overall I really like it. And then here in the center we have our 9-inch screen over here. This screen hosts your Apple CarPlay. I'm not sure about Android Auto because I tried connecting Android Auto and it just wouldn't work, so I'm not too sure about that. But it has wireless Apple CarPlay, that much I know. So it's really amazing. And like the amount of spec in this car, you don't really expect it, but the spec in this car is really amazing. We also have our wireless charger that we get over here, which is really nice. And then connectivity wise we have our USB port and then our 12-volt socket out here. And then climate controls, it's your normal standard climate controls. I like the fact that we don't have touch sensitive buttons, but we have actual switches that we can use to, you know, control the climate control. We do have our 5-speed manual. I'll speak about that more when I'm driving. But this car's party piece in the GLX model has to be this. Let me start it up for you guys. Push start, of course. It has to be that. You know, the heads-up display. Honestly, I wasn't expecting this in this category. You know, in this category of cars, I wasn't really expecting this. So this heads-up display, you can tell your rev meter, your fuel consumption, and then if you have your maps on with Apple CarPlay, it also displays your directions, whether turn left, turn right, things like that. You know, you can also, if you don't really want it like that, you can put it back down. So I really like that about the car. Another thing that I like about the car is this car's camera. So it comes with a 360 surround camera system. So if I knock it into reverse right there, you will be able to tell. Okay, it will show you a bird's eye view and a reversing camera there. And then if I knock the view thing, so it'll rotate around the car. So I really like that about the car, and I like the fact that, you know, finer details. The car is white, they stick to white, and you can tell that this is the GLX variant because the rims as well. So I like that. That's a really nice touch from Suzuki. Materials wise, I mean, we don't really expect premium materials. We do have a touch of leather here on the door cards, so I feel like it's absolutely fine. Overall, I really like the interior of this car. We also have our auto dimming rear view mirror. In the GL model, it's a normal mirror. So spec wise, this car is absolutely fully, I wouldn't say fully spec, but it's well equipped. So with that being said, let me jump to the back seats and let me take you guys through the back seats. So you guys join me inside the back seats of the Fronx, and I must say, you know, I wasn't expecting it to have so much space, you know, because of the sloping roof lining, and it seems a bit tiny. But here's my leg room. Leg room is a lot, you know. It's fairly decent for the car this side. This is my original driving position. So toe room is also fine. So you can about squeeze 3 adults properly in here for a short little trip. Connectivity wise, we do have our outlets over here. We have a normal USB and a type C, which is really nice. It helps accommodate for everyone, those who are stuck and those who are stuck and those are still changing, you know. I also like the air vents that we have over here, and we do have cup holders on the right hand side. So overall, I really like the interior. Headroom is fine. I think people taller than me they'll actually manage. They might knock their head a bit over here, but being inside, they'll actually manage, you know. So yeah, man, I really like this car. With that being said, let's go into the drive of the car and let me tell you how this thing drives actually. Alright, so you join me for the drive of the vehicle. So let's start it off with the oily bits. Under the hood, we have a 1.5 liter naturally aspirated engine, putting out 77 kilowatts and 138 newton meters of torque. And I know that doesn't sound like much, but this car doesn't really weigh that much, so the engine works just fine. So you get the 1.5 liter naturally aspirated engine in the GL model, and in this variant, the GLX model, putting out the exact same power, which I kind of like. I like that Suzuki took that approach, you know. I like that you don't have to pay more for a much powerful engine. So the drive of the vehicle, day-to-day use, it's okay, you know. In town, it's absolutely fine. It's very quiet, very fuel efficient as well. Very fuel efficient. I think in town I was averaging 5.7 liters per 100 Ks, and then on the road, out on the open road, I've seen figures of 5.2, which is fairly really nice, because Suzuki claims a 5.7 liter consumption rate, which is really also not that bad. So they definitely weren't lying there. So that's what I like about the car. What I don't like, just like right now I'm on the highway, you do kind of experience some road noise, you know, like the car, I wouldn't say the car isn't well insulated, but there's a lot of road noise, so you can hear the outside. But it's to be expected, because the price of this car is fairly it's a bargain basically. So that much. So I like that about the car. But the seats and everything else are fairly comfortable. I can do a long trip in this car. We do have our cruise control here. It's a standard cruise control system. It's really not that bad. It's okay. And then what I like about it, it's the heads-up display. It makes it so easy to drive. You know, you don't have to keep on taking your eyes off the road and looking to the side, checking your navigation. Sometimes, yeah, the maps do appear on that heads-up thing. I'll put overplay videos of that. So I like that about the car. Overall, this is a fairly good package, you know. Really good package. Like, it goes, it moves. I mean, what I like about this one is that it's the 5-speed manual. I haven't driven the automatic one, so I don't know how the automatic one would actually be. But I feel like the 5-speed one is fairly okay because you can change gear whenever you want to change gears, so that you know you can manage the power yourself. So overall, it's a perfectly fine, good car. Visibility wise, it's okay on the sides and stuff like that, but if there's one thing that I don't like is that that small back window. Due to the sloping roof lining and the coupe styling, it makes it a bit difficult to see through that rear view mirror at times. Not all the time, but yeah. So that's what I don't like about the car. But nonetheless, the engine is also a bit noisy when you're cruising at highway speeds, but it's forgivable. I mean, most cars in this price range, in this bracket, they are a bit noisier. But nonetheless, I have to commend Suzuki. You know, Suzuki's engine, we might say that Suzuki puts in the 1.5 liter engine in each and every car, but it's a trusted formula that works. That proves how much reliable the engine is, you know. Like, it's a trial and tested engine, which is absolutely really fine. So nonetheless, I like the car. And yeah, man, with that being said, that's me signing out from 6th Gear. Until the next review, peace.